Good morning. It's time to get in touch. In Touch is a public affairs show dedicated to improving the lives of Susquehanna Valley residents. I'm Freddi Hammer, news director at Backyard Broadcasting. Well, we didn't have it last year, but we're looking forward to it this year. The Mummers Parade right here in South Williamsport. Dori Rankinen, the coordinator of the 75th anniversary of the parade, is with us today for In Touch. Good morning, Dori.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, I'm so good, and I'm looking forward to the fact that we're having a Mummers Parade this year, aren't we?
You and me both.
Tell me a little bit about, first of all, what are the Mummers? Tell me about Mummers and the service that you do here in Williamsport.
Well, the Mummers Parade is a very small but very dedicated committee of roughly 10 or 12 people, and they coordinate getting activities together and entertainment together to be spectacular every year, adding something new so that the public has something to look forward to.
So we've had to skip a year because of COVID, and then you had a year to skip. So you must have been brokenhearted to break it because of the weather.
Well, I'll tell you what, when I came in here last year, because it was the most efficient and effective way to get the message out, I was heartbroken, and that's how I started my message. It breaks my heart to tell you this. But you know what? They're forecasting perfect parade weather.
It is. So everybody can wear a hoodie. The kids can bundle up in blankets and hang out on the sides of the road. Now, where does the Mummers Parade take off from on October 15th at 2 p.m.?
It will begin in that section, that block between Hastings Street and Market Street, but then process down East Central to Clark, take a right-hand turn, go down the hill until they get to West Southern Avenue, take another right, and then go out past the CVS Plaza.
What does the Mummers Parade mean to the people in South Williamsport?
Let's see. After some of the messages I got last year.
When it was not happening.
Yeah, I would say, so many have fond memories of their childhood and their teenage years being in the parade. And now they're sitting on the porch watching their grandchildren in the high school bands or the dance groups and the cheerleaders. And it's just a very family-oriented thing.
When I hear about Mummers, I think about the Philadelphia parade, of course. So what is the comparison between, of course, the size of this parade, but what's the spirit? Is it the same kind of spirit?
Well, surprisingly enough, every year someone will come up and say, "What is a mummer?" And basically the definition of a mummer is someone who dresses up in costume and processes down the street to entertain. And it is basically the same idea. We've had groups that dress in very macabre and scary costumes.
Perfect time of year.
That's right. It's October, close to Halloween. And then we've had some people that just have spectacular feathered and glittery costumes like the Mummers in Philadelphia.
So I guess that you could probably have the different clubs around Pennsylvania that do different things.
Yes, absolutely. And the interesting thing, and something people really don't realize is, I won't date myself, but back in the earlier decades, like 50s, 60s, 70s, when people would come to the parade, it would be at night, which would make it especially magical and exciting as a young person or child.
Sure.
But the problem is, we can't do that anymore. For safety reasons. We can't do that anymore because there were some shenanigans that happened.
Aren't there always shenanigans that ruin the fun?
But anyway, what happened is they had to move it to the daytime. Now, a lot of people had really great memories of that nighttime, but I think they're starting to move towards the idea of, hey, it's okay that it's in the daytime, and, we can still have a great time and a lot of fun. And we have worked so hard to get some very special entertainers this year. There'll be some circus performers.
Oh, neat.
There will be some other local bands who are interested in just showcasing their talents. So
will they be on a flatbed just going down the road?
Just going down the road. We're going to have Doc and Greggy. We're going to have Pebbles Reboot. We're going to have Trip the Light. So they're all coming to join us to just have fun.
It's a 75th anniversary celebration.
Absolutely.
Are you doing any throwback things from the first couple years or some memory?
Well, oddly enough, our booklet was already published last year. So what we've done this year is we've put a new insert in for additional people that will be in the parade. But the throwback segment is in the pages of that book because we had people that had pictures from decades ago. So we were able to get Hilscher Graphics, which unfortunately is no longer in business, to put that all together for us in some really great end pieces.
Oh, that's really museum stuff, really, isn't it?
Well, it is. It's exciting because the Mummers Queens used to have those crinoline skirts and the little fur stalls and
like the cakes of the Barbies.
Yes. It's amazing the things that they had. And some of the floats that the high school groups would do were just beautiful. This year, we've got a couple groups, not from the high school necessarily, but from the community, who are coming together because they want to revive that feel. So there'll be a lot of floats this year.
How many divisions in the parade?
We have 10 divisions. I'm going to be honest with you. I put a message out saying, you don't have to re-register. I got you on the schedule. We're all good. But since we started announcing the parade was happening again, I've had like 15 to 20 new entries.
Oh, wow. Okay. Everybody wants in.
Everybody wants in. And they're still messaging me they want in, which is great.
You only have 10 divisions.
Well, everyone has to be patient. They have to remember it's a volunteer organization, and believe me, I am swimming as fast as I can to get everybody in and make everybody happy. And I get a lot of, we really want to be in Division 1. Well, I'm seriously thinking about just having one division.
Definitely. You have to definitely break up the streets. That's why you have to have divisions, right?
That's right. Just to make spacing work for everyone, because some people come with those, like you said, long bed trucks. Other people come, like Geisinger's going to be joining us this year, which I'm really excited about. And they are bringing some kind of a modified tricycle, which I thought was going to be a pedaling thing, but it sounds more like it's a motorized something really cool.
Like a futuristic thing?
Yeah.
Maybe? Okay.
I was talking to them yesterday. They were all excited. They can't wait. They're bringing all kinds of little, really exciting handouts and stuff for people. So I'm like, okay.
I think that's great. It's wonderful to get the community so involved and just sort of like anticipating so much.
Absolutely. But you know what? With it being the 75th anniversary, we're having a celebration in the park afterwards.
That's exciting. Everybody can come out, even if you can't make it early.
That's just it. Because, there'll be some people that have to watch that Penn State game.
Right.
But the thing is, everything at the park is going to be extremely family friendly. So there'll be bounce houses. There'll be games for the kids at no cost.
Nice.
Our sponsors have covered all of that. The Moose Family Lodge from South Williamsport will be there doing a free child ID program where they'll digitally fingerprint the child, take a photo, put the information on a flash drive, and give it to the parents should something happen and they need that information for the police. We're going to have a food truck there that always supports the Mummers organization.
Neat.
The Taylor concession stand is so wonderful. They always give us a 20% cut of what they make that day.
Wonderful. Then everybody can help you out.
Yes. And then we have money to start up for next year.
Everything that you had laying over from the past 2 years are sort of coming out to, spilling out of your top of your cup.
Out of my garage.
Did you participate in the parade when you were here as a kid?
Actually, no. I'm from Western Pennsylvania.
Okay.
So I had no idea about this. And several years ago when we were planning for this big celebration, I put the message out, not growing up here, I don't know much about it. Tell me your favorite memory. And believe it or not, in October, many people's favorite memory was the Santa float.
Oh, okay.
So my cousins, my crazy cousins from Western Pennsylvania, are joining us again this year. They participated the last time we had the parade, and they're doing a Winter Wonderland float. They're bringing their own flatbed truck. I've got all the accoutrements for the float. The Lycoming Mall has been gracious enough to lend us Santa's throne for the day.
That's special.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be spectacular.
I'm so excited to see it. I can't wait to hear of all of the different things that come out. You're going to see pictures, of course, a gallery on your Facebook page that you can check out.
Oh, yes, we do. The quickest way to find out news on the parade is to look at our Facebook page.
Okay.
Because that's my mode of communication. Last year when we had to make that fateful decision, my phone, because rumor mills started jumping, my phone was blowing up like crazy. I can't get back to each individual person, but I can do a broadcast like here.
Sure.
I can do a Facebook blast and let people know.
Well, here we are just about a week away, so we have a few more days until people are able, they can check this out and then go on if we have any extra messages. What kind of things do Mummers do between parades each year? Are there things in between during the year that you guys do service?
everyone seems to think that we just show up and the parade pops out of a box or something. But this is a lengthy process starting. We meet again in January and begin the process of getting things organized and getting things ready. There are permits, there are insurances, there are contracts that have to be signed, and those types of things. As far as service, I'm also involved with Wreaths Across America here in Central PA.
Oh, yeah.
And the Mummers organization supports that so wholeheartedly that, they always make a monetary donation, but then they're also willing to come out to run PA systems or to help lay wreaths at each of the individual cemeteries.
That's really wonderful.
It is. I mean,
as a national organization,
like a family.
And your local group here to do it.
I'd love to come to In Touch and talk to you about Wreaths Across America sometime.
We're right in the season to do that.
Yes,
that's not far away.
Because we have now picked up 17 cemeteries from Lycoming County, Sullivan County, Montour County. So we're growing.
It is so wonderful to see everybody get together for such wonderful memories of wonderful people.
Absolutely.
So the Mummers are going to do a little double duty thanks to you being at the helm, I'm thinking.
Well, yeah. and it's not like a twist their arm kind of thing. They do it joyfully.
It is a beautiful, just a beautiful gesture, of course, to see those cemeteries all adorned. I do love that. Again, where are we stepping off for the South Williamsport Mummers Parade, which is coming up on October 15th, 2 p.m.
2 p.m. You're going, the best seats I have found are at the CVS Plaza because you're right across from the judging stand.
Okay.
So you get to see each of the groups perform. But there really is not a bad seat in the house because it does a nice loop, as I mentioned, from Central Ave down. Just is a big loop, so you can't get lost.
Has it been different over the years or it always stays the same?
It's always the same route.
Who are your judges?
Well, that's just it. Things have morphed over the years and people have aged out and just lost interest. But now, currently, we're doing the committee. We'll be on the stage, except for those of us running around finishing up things. And I know that everyone would love to have a plaque or something saying they were in the parade, but cost-wise and just time and efficiency, that's not always possible.
Sure. So you can't really do awards or trophies or anything
Well, we can't do a participation certificate for everybody.
But you can get on the top level.
Yeah. We have a president's award and we don't do secretary and treasurer, but those two people choose someone.
Okay, they're favorites.
So there are 5, I believe, things that go out that are certificates. That's basically it.
Every time I've ever had an experience preparing for a parade, everybody's basements and garages and carports are full. That's a bet's going to be with 10 divisions of people.
Well, last year, ironically, we had planned for the party in the park, and I had 300 containers of cotton candy and 300 bags of kettle corn that we were going to have down at the park, and we needed a place to get rid of all that stuff then when it didn't happen because I'm sorry, A, I can't store it for a whole year, and B, it would get nasty.
Right, you don't want to be eating all that either.
So I looked around for elementary schools and churches that were doing those trunk or treats, and we just donated all of that to the community because that's who it was bought for in the first place.
Absolutely. So this year you're all set and ready to go with new candy and everything else.
Yes. I had to find new vendors, but I got them. And that will be one of the only things that there's a cost for at the party because as a former school teacher, I know when something is free, a lot of times there's no respect for it. So they just get tossed to the side.
Sure.
So it's only $1 though for cotton candy and $1 for kettle corn.
Well, that's wonderful. Everybody can come participate. So it's going to be South Williamsport Park?
Yes.
Okay. Nowhere else to go.
Nowhere else to go. Make that big loop and head down to the park.
That sounds good.
And then we're going to cap off the evening. We've got live music. The circus performers will be doing a fire juggling act.
That's the thing when you got the dark back. Since you were talking about how the parade used to be at night, this gives it a nighttime element.
A little bit of a nighttime feel. And then we'll cap off the evening with fireworks that Geisinger has graciously sponsored.
That's kind of amazing.
It is amazing. And, our title sponsor for the parade has been Muncie Bank and Trust. So we've had a lot of community support. And I think people are going to be excited to see what shows up.
People have been hearing mummers. Do I want to be a member of the mummers? They're going to want to join you.
Well, I always, and that's my favorite thing, whenever you have the critique afterwards and people are saying this should have done that and that, blah, 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 I always say, please come join our committee. We love fresh ideas. We need new blood. We need strong young muscles.
We need to reiterate that coming up in January when your new meeting comes around, when you start thinking about next year.
Yeah. And, one thing I want people to understand is when we do have to cancel for rain or whatever, hurricanes, whatever, and they say, why is there not a rain date? Well, because the parade has evolved over the years with more spectacular entertainment, that comes at a cost. So to book someone like the Mummers coming from Philadelphia for $4,500.
Wow. Okay.
And then to tell them, oh, yeah, but we might need you again if it rains, and block out 2 of their performance days, there's $9,000 I've tied up.
That makes a lot of sense. I hadn't thought about bringing in the bigger acts from this.
So people were grumbling, I'll say, because things were getting boring. They thought that you can only see so many fire trucks and ambulances and high school bands. So we brought in something new, but it's...
Then you can only have it on the one day. Well, luckily, we have some good weather forecasts.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to that.
Me too.
And a little bit of a chilly feel to it in the afternoon, I think.
Fall-like feel.
That's good. I'm just looking forward to a great South Williamsport Mummers Parade, and that starts at 2 o'clock. 75th anniversary. Do you have special shirts or anything that you've provided?
We do have Mummers Parade shirts.
Okay.
Because many years before I was the coordinator, shirts were ordered, and so they're sitting in my garage as well.
Okay.
So anyone who would like to have one, just message us on the Facebook page. I think we have some crew neck sweatshirts, and we've got T-shirts, short sleeve T-shirts. So if anyone's interested, message us on the Facebook page, and we'll see what we can do for you.
Where's your central headquarters? Where should anybody come to find you if you have a question?
Our Facebook page.
Okay. You'll respond on your phone.
I'm very proud of this. We have a response rate of like 98%.
Oh, good.
So that's good.
All right. Yeah. Well, if anybody has any questions, contact Dori Rankinen, 75th Anniversary Mummers Parade. I can't wait to see this. It's going to be great pictures, a great gallery on your Facebook page. What is the exact words for your Facebook page?
I think it's South Williamsport Mummer Parade.
All right.
It's pretty simple.
All right. Just don't want to make anybody think, well, I can't find it. I want to get over there.
No. Put in South Williamsport Mummers Parade. You're going to find it. And there'll be a big orange background with a pumpkin and a black cat draped over it because that's our logo kind of thing. It's our branding.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, okay, here's to 76. We'll do this year and then move on.
Okay.
We don't want to end now.
No, we don't.
Dori Rankinen, you're the coordinator of the Mummers Parade for South Williamsport. See you there, October 15th, 2 o'clock. Thanks for joining us on In Touch.
Oh, you bet. It's been fun.
In Touch is locally produced in our studios at 1685 4 Mile Drive in Williamsport. To get in touch with us regarding questions, comments, or topic ideas, call weekdays between 8 and 5, 570-323-8200. You can also write to us at 1685 4 Mile Drive, Williamsport, PA 17701. Attention Freddi Hammer. Or email me at fhammer@backyardbroadcasting.com. For archived programs of our In Touch series, you can download and subscribe to our new Backyard Podcasting feature through a link on any Backyard Broadcasting website or obtained where podcasts are available. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Backyard Broadcasting. The programming discussed here on In Touch does not necessarily reflect the feelings or opinions of the management or staff. Thanks for listening to In Touch, a production of Backyard Broadcasting.